Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, all praises and double honors due to Yahweh Shai Shai. Second, this brother Yardan. W5 Detroit coming back at you with yet another cold cut. We're going to dive right back into it, pick up right where we left off, which was how that is so important to utter things in the Hebrew, right? Again, not to say that the Lord can understand what you're saying, but things are so much more better in the Hebrew, all right? So this is a lot of history that's being uncovered, and that's the spirit of the Lord, and that shouldn't be a surprise as well. Let's bring out these precepts real quick in Psalms 85 and 11. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and the righteous shall look down from heaven. All right, that's plain upon tables. The truth is in the earth. You have the catacombs, you got these other books, secret history books, or in letters, right? From what do you call them? Settlers, right? They all documented these so-called Native Americans and Hispanics, finding out that they're moving in the spirit of a Israelite. You know, you finding out these artifacts such as the Los Lunas Decalogue stone, the Ohio Keystones, over 500 keystones written in Hebrew in Puerto Rico. I mean, there's no end. You know, so truth shall surely spring out the earth. And like I say in John 8 and 32, the classic, and you shall know the truth, and this truth shall make you free. In Revelation 12 and 16, and the earth helped the woman. Right? When you read this, the account, the woman is Israel, right? And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth. That dragon being Esau. Esau is that serpent. He's Satan, all right? He's Satan made flesh, right? Manifest. So that's why, despite all the folly, pure unadulterated wickedness that Esau pushes out of his mouth, it'll never be enough, right? Or it's like it'll never be too much to where it consumes us completely, right? So, we're not going to be thinking that we're Americans forever because there's so much proof in the earth. There's so many leftover artifacts and everything, you know? So I added that picture because I like it. I like it. I like Esau being slain. That's a good picture. That's a comely picture. You know, I do have another one last source, which is something a brother sent in the group chat. All praise is due to the Most High. Right. This is a book titled "The History of the Ancient America" by George Jones. Right, and it reads: The present writer will not yield to any. Hey, this is deep. I got to start a little. Um, Failed to observe that strong analogy between the religious sentiments of the chief of the forest and those of ancient Hebrews. The language as uttered by Sushmesh is not written by a pen of fiction, merely to uphold a theory of the brain, but gathered from the archives of a people's history to support the theory of an apparent truth. The present writer would not yield to any man in the firm belief. This is what Esau said. This is what Esau said out of his mouth, right? And again, this isn't to contradict, Revelation 12 and 16. For those who have an ear, let them hear. You will understand that the Most High will use your enemies, right, to help you. You know, that's all throughout the scriptures. Boy, oh boy. Slovakia. We therefore have formed an original theory in reference to the natives of the North and those of the South and Central America, together with the newly discovered ruined cities in the Slovakia in and around Guatemala, and by that theory, have separated into two distinct races or people, the Aborigines of the Western Hemisphere, right? And that's facts. There are two distinct nations. Here's another proof, again by Humnice Novas, Everything You Know About Latino History. The Tawan Sinsu region, which encompassed dozens of local kingdoms whose people had entirely different identities, but were politically, economically subject to the Inca. All right. So I mean that's plain. And it even says Tayo Sensu, the name the Inca called their land, means four parts. In Quechua, it was literally a land divided into four quarters. To that very diverse terrain, the climate from the long coastal desert strip, the high peaks and deep fertile valley of the Andes, so on and so forth. So that landing's back off with this. Let's jump down. Suspicions has asserted that all the natives of the continent of Columbus might probably have been originally of Hebrew extraction. The assertion has been made in doubt and trembling for writers. And it cuts off. I didn't continue reading, but when you look deep into it, it's just more proof that so-called Northern Kingdom is Israel. So Albert writes that Israel has been edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Lord willing, I'll continue on with this the history lessons of so-called Hispanics being Israelites. With that, I'm going to bid Israel Shalom.